Welcome back to Cemetery Mary. So, last we left off, parents are missing. Got a weird text at night, or we text them back and forth, but we don't know who they are. Aunt and uncle were killed. Living with cousin. I think that, oh yeah, and there's the creepy book guy, and then the journalist. I got out of bed, I made myself a small breakfast, and got changed into my favorite outfit. Growing gone, and the bus take me down arriving. Yep. Where should I go today? I was thinking the cemetery. That's the one we haven't been to. Oh, favorite place in the cemetery. Cemetery is pretty much on the same block as my family's restaurant. Right next to it, in fact. Okay. All you have to do is cross the street. It's on the same side of the road. I think my parents chose this location because it's good for business. That's what Mom told me anyways. Yeah, death makes me think food. People are usually hungry after a funeral. I guess so. Crying really takes a lot out of you after all. I was always glad to live there because I really love visiting the cemetery. I like to walk down the rows and see who got flowers that day. That's what I do most days. Sometimes I'll pick my own flowers just to leave on graves that look like they've been forgotten about. I'm actually quite known for the cemetery. Some people have even began to use a nickname for me, though I don't know how many of them even know what I look like. When I arrived at the cemetery gates, however, I was surprised to see Crowan standing there with what looked like a new friend. Crowan? Mary? Ugh. Did you follow me? Huh? No, I didn't. You know I always come here. Yeah, but that's usually not until later. Why are you here so early? I mean, it's not as if I had anything better to do. Well, do you have to be here right now? I'm kinda on a date. Oh, this is a date? I mean, it can be, if you want it to be. I'll think about it. No, because if you... I'm sorry, what? Don't try to turn this into another stupid fight, Mary. Hey, take it easy on her. She's cousin, Visalis. I can talk to her however I want. Maybe you should take a chill pill. Sorry, Mary, but can you please go? I really just don't have the energy for this right now. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I'll see you later. Later. See you some other life, Mary. I left Crowan alone. I didn't want to interrupt his little date or whatever. I especially didn't want to make him more mad at me. However, I wasn't going to let him stop me from going in the cemetery. I continued on past the gates and stepped inside. It seemed emptier than usual. It didn't look like any funerals were being held today. Would it be mean of me to wish there was? Yeah, it probably would be. Forget I said anything like that. It was a really awful thing to say. Yeah. When nighttime rolls around, I head back home. I slipped into my pajamas and headed to bed almost immediately. Of course, though, I couldn't sleep right away. I had someone I needed to talk to first. Yep. Good evening again. Good evening. May I ask you something? You always do. How did you know my name is Mary? I've always known. I've always known what your name is. Have we met? If we did, you probably wouldn't remember. If. So we didn't meet. Take the if as a maybe. We may have met before. But would it make any difference if you didn't remember me? It would be as if we were meeting for the first time. That's weird. I'm uncomfortable. Any updates on my parents? They are fine. Will I ever see them again? Yes. Because I'm coming to get you too. I just need more time. Good night, Mary. I went to sleep feeling pretty shaken that night. Yeah, who is this guy? Tried not to think about it. I'm surprised I was able to get any sleep at all. I'm surprised I didn't have any nightmares either. Hey, that's cool. Uncle Cross? Yeah, Mary? Uncle Cross, can I ask you a question? Sure thing, kiddo. Shoot. How'd you lose your eye? Ah, Mary. That's not something, it's fine, I don't mind. I lost my eye in war. You were in war, Uncle Cross? I was. I won't get into the specifics of it, but it is important to me that I protect my family in any way I could. Do you miss it? My eyeball? Yeah. You know something? Not as much as I thought I would. I think I would miss you bunch a lot more. Interesting. Oh, I woke up late the next morning. Must have been pretty tired after the last few days. I dragged myself out of bed and followed my normal routine. Got changed in favorite outfit, had breakfast, etc. And of course, he was gone once again, nowhere to be seen. However, when I checked my phone that morning, I realized he had sent me a message. Hey. To my surprise, there were other messages as well from my new friends. Who should I read first? Yeah. We're gonna start with him. Hey Mary, I'm sorry. I know I've been acting pretty nasty to you lately. I hope you know I don't mean it. Have you been to the Planet Dollar yet? I've been heading there for lunch today. Maybe like 12:30? You should have come and have lunch with me, my treat. And then I can like formally apology or whatever. Well, that's nice. Mary, it's Twyla. If you're still interested in helping me, I'll be at the library around noon today. It should be quiet either, and there's some books I want to pick up for research purposes. Meet me there if you can, but if not, I'll just call you up another time. And then regional. Good morning, Mary. Or good morning, Miss Mary. I hope you're doing well today. You had asked about that book the other day, right? Actually, I finished it quicker than I expected to. I really love to give it to you, but I won't be at the library today. I'm actually going to be at the cemetery. You like that place though, right? You should come see me, then I can pass the book over to you. I'll be there a quarter afternoon or so. Then maybe after we could grab lunch or something together. I hope that doesn't come off weird. I just like some company for my lunch break. Call me back. I was messaged by each of them. However, I think I only have time to meet up with one of them today. Where should I go today? Well, we're gonna go to the cafe. It wasn't a tough choice. I had to choose one of them. I told the others I had plans and that I'd meet with them some other time. Then when noon rolled around, I headed to my destination. I spotted Corwin pretty quickly. Dressing the way we do, it wasn't that hard. I'd recognize those red and black striped sleeves from a mile away. When Corwin saw me, he gave me a hug, and it made me realize how long it had been since he'd last hugged me. Aww. His arms felt relaxed, and he was wearing his classic smile. For a moment, it looked as if he was back to his normal old self. We had lunch together, and like he had promised, it was his treat. Well, I didn't read that first one. So you definitely dabbed. Of course I did. You know I had to do it to him. Haha, that's so you. Ah, I know, right? I thought about mentioning how happy I was that he was starting to feel alright, but I was worried that by bringing it up he might get upset again. So I just kept the conversation going. There was no reason to bring it up anyways. So would you consider it a successful date? Oh yeah, totally. I mean, they looked ready to kill me by the end of it, but in the fun way, you know? Kinda like how my mom looks at Dad whenever he makes a bad pun. Exactly. I'm so happy for you. Do you think you'll talk to them or take them out again? Maybe. Whoa. Going on a date sounds fun. Oh, don't worry, Mary. Someone will take you out too one day. So, anyways, do you like it here? The planet Dollars, I mean? I always thought it was overhyped, but now that we have one, it actually ain't too shabby. Oh, actually, I've been here before. Oh, you have? When? Oh, I was here just the other day because I wanted to check it out. Funny enough, we sat at this table too. Oh, you did? Wait, who's we? Did you suddenly make friends behind my back? Huh? Oh. When I was here, the place was pretty packed, so the only empty seat was at this table. Some other girl was sitting here too, so I guess we're like kind of friends now? I mean, I just met her, but we're keeping in contact, so. Name's Twyla. Twyla? Yeah? Is there a problem with that? Mary, listen to me. I'm saying this because I care about you. Stay away from her. Huh? Why? I can't rap. With all the people you had to talk to, her. She's the kind of girl who'd stab you in the back, or stab the devil in the ass with his own pitchfork. Seriously, you shouldn't be talking to her. Do you know her? Did something happen between you two? You've never mentioned her before. And, Mary, please. I know I'm coming off really bad right now, and you probably think I'm being a giant dick, but just don't talk to her. You just can't. If she's that bad, I'll watch my back. I already promised I'd help her with some stuff. But I trust your reasons for disliking her, even if I don't know what they are. I think it's a little late to back out of our arrangement, but I'll definitely take what you said to heart. I'll be careful. Good, you should be. Come on, let's go throw our trash out. Not go through the trash. Corwin was still salty over Twyla, even after I had attempted to drop the conversation. He said he wouldn't talk about it anymore, but I better not ever mention him to her, ever. We tried to spend the rest of the day together, but it was more than apparent he wasn't in a good mood anymore. At least by the time we started heading home, he had calmed down to a much more normal state. After getting home, he said he was going to smoke outside for a little bit, so I let him and headed up to bed, and did what I do every night. Pajamas and then text. Hi, hello. Can we talk about that thing you said the other night? I haven't been able to stop thinking about it ever since you said it. What's bothering you? You said that you were coming for me. That you just needed more time. Are you really going to steal me too? It'll be alright. I promise. It's for the best. You're going to make me feel sick all over again. What do you want me to tell you? Is that really what you want? You'll see me soon, but you shouldn't worry about it. It will happen when it happens. This is for the best. Even if you can't see that right now. Even if you can't ever. When will this be over? Soon, hopefully. I just need more time. You hang on for me, won't you? Do I have a choice? Haha. Sweet dreams, Mary. Maybe that was the wrong question. I didn't sleep at all that night. I really didn't. There were a few times I shut my eyes and tried to, but nothing could calm me down any more at this point. My anxiety was through the roof. I just wanted Mom and Dad back. I wanted to know for certain that they were okay. It should have been me that was taken. Maybe it was supposed to be. The next morning when I got out, he was still there. He seemed to be acting pretty normal for once. At the very least, not agitated. But despite this, I didn't sit and have breakfast with him. I wasn't in the mood to really talk to anyone right now. Not after last night. It was too much. I just wanted some private time to myself. I just wanted to cool down. As I was about to leave, Crow called out to me. Not eating breakfast, Mary? Or Mars? I responded. I'm not hungry today. He responded with a simple, okay. And after that, I was out the door. I just wanted to go to that place and not be bothered. On the bus ride there, all three of them texted me again. Carvin said he noticed I left pretty quick and hoped I wasn't upset with him for his bravery lately. So I talked about some of her progress on her research, and Reginald said he'd be at the cemetery again today. Although I appreciated their messages, I really just needed to be alone. I needed to go back there and just relax. No, that's not the right word. I wasn't going there to relax. I was going there to mourn. The Dying Red. It's where I grew up. I lived my whole life in this diner, restaurant, bistro. I never knew the right word for the place like this. We always had such silly names for it since it was next to the cemetery. The restaurant in peace, sometimes the die near, even just simple dine dead. Hee hee. I always wondered if others caught on. You probably wouldn't know just from looking at it, but there's 2 floors. The bottom floor is the diner itself. I've eaten there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sometimes all in the same day. The top floor is more like a house, our house. There's bedrooms and a bathroom, even a small living space with a TV. It can be a little cramped sometimes, but it's cozy. No one can get up there but me and my parents, of course. The upstairs is locked. You need a key, which I have, of course. After Mom and Dad went missing, the authorities locked this place up, and it's been locked ever since. They don't want anyone going in there, not even me. Because I don't know, it's kind of like the crime scene or something. But I still have the key for the front, too. It's my house after all. I carefully scanned the area around me as I stood in the parking lot. There were a few cars that passed by and maybe a person or two on the sidewalk, but no one really seemed to pay any mind. It was still a bit early in the morning, so it wasn't surprising to see so few people out. I looked over my shoulder a few times to make sure no one was watching me. Then I stepped up to the front door, unlocked it, and took a step inside, closing the doors carefully behind me. When I stepped inside, I was instantly hit with a wave of all different kinds of emotion. I've been avoiding the diner for a long time because whenever I pass it, I would just think of Mom and Dad and feel sad. But now, stepping inside, it feels nice. At least a little bit. Just being able to be in my own house after so long. It was bittersweet. On one hand, I felt so happy to just be home. Everything was just as I left it. The light still entered in through the window the same way it always did. It still smelled faintly of delicious food, even though the kitchen hasn't been used in a while. Even Mom's special board was in the same spot. But it felt so empty. So dislocated or so abandoned. There wasn't even any electricity here. This place was so hardly ever empty. We always had customers, and the diner always did well. There was hardly a moment where I'd come downstairs and only see Mom and Dad. There was always people, even if just one person was here. The counter would be full of coffee drinks at night and in the mornings. I'd see families come by for dinner or people out on a date come here. I always loved being able to see that. There were so many good memories in this place, like the married couple. Oh, Halloween! It was more like a trunk or treat kind of thing. We had a bunch of cars lined up in our parking lot, giving out candy, and there were a few games to play. I remember Mom helping me put together a little Grim Reaper costume. It was a rare instance where I actually got along with the other kids, and even was able to see them, considering I was homeschooled. Oh, homeschool, interesting. I remember Crowan being there, too. He was dressed like a zombie, though his makeup got completely ruined when he tried to go bobbing for apples. Oh, I bet. Bobbing for apples. That's so gross. Whoever came up with that. I don't think I could ever imagine doing it today. But it seemed fun as a kid, I guess. Even though I never did so. I probably thought it was gross back then too, I guess. I remember Crowan got to sleep over afters too. And Mom and Dad kept the Halloween decorations up all day the next day. It's funny. I use some of those decorations in my room now. But I remember all the booths and tables and windows being absolutely covered in orange and black streamers. But now it was all covered in dust. And no one's here. Where should I go now? Let's go to Mom and Dad's room. I decided to walk up to my parents' room. I just missed them so much I couldn't bring myself not to. No, there might be a clue. Love! I stepped into my parents' room. The curtains were drawn open, and the warm light flooded into the room as the sun finally came out from behind the clouds today. I could still smell some of Mom's perfume lingering in the air. Everything was so neat, just as they had always kept things. You wouldn't even have guessed they were kidnapped. There were no signs of a struggle, or even any sort of a mess at all. The bed was made, and all their stuff was exactly where it should be. The only thing different was a fine layer of dust on how long it's been there, and the fact that my parents weren't here. Alright. I sat on my parents' bed. It was always softer than mine. I remember sleeping here as a little girl when I didn't feel quite big enough to sleep in my own bed just yet. Mom would help me build pillow forts here sometimes, and we would hang up a sign that said, "No boys allowed." Haha. It didn't take long for me to start crying. I miss my mom and dad. I never even got the chance to say goodbye to them. The last messages I got from them, it was my mom telling me she hoped I would sleep well that night. And then, the next day, they were gone. Just like that. What do I know? Or, what do I do now? What if they never come back? What if I already saw them for the last time? Well, he didn't say he killed them. He just says he has them. I think he said they were okay. Ended up falling asleep on my parents' bed. I was already exhausted from the lack of sleep, and crying certainly didn't help in that respect. When I woke up, I was unaware of how much time had passed, but I felt groggy and I didn't think I should stay any longer. It'd probably just make me feel worse. I got up from the bed and began to head back downstairs. It wasn't until I got to the bottom of the stairs that I noticed someone was here. Some stranger kneeling over in the front of the doorway, or whatever reason. I was almost frozen in my spot. Who were they? Why were they here? No one should have been able to get in. This place was locked up. That's right. I unlocked it. Crap. I stood there, hoping they wouldn't see me. The way they were dressed, with baggy, dark clothes and their hood up, told me they were most likely bad news. Did they follow me in here? I wasn't sure what to do. I thought about trying to escape out the back way or sneakily heading back upstairs if need be, but as soon as I took a step back, I tripped slightly and let out a small yelp as I caught myself on one of the bar stools. The stranger immediately bolted outside. Wait! I wasn't even able to get a good look at them. For a split second, I considered trying to chase after them. And even if that wasn't a stupid idea, they run much faster than I could keep up with anyways. Panicked and slightly shaken, I took out my phone. I was so nervous, I pressed it to my ear without even having dialed anyone yet. But who would I call? The police? No, I can't do that. I was already in here when I wasn't supposed to be, and I don't want to put any kind of attention on myself. But I can't just call nobody. I have to tell someone about this. Who? Who do I go to? No, he's family. Yeah, we'll call Crowell. Crowan, that's it. He was my family, and the only person I could trust with something like this. Please pick up. As I was beginning to fear, Crowan forgot to charge his phone or something or other. He picked up. Yo. Crowan, where are you right now? Are you busy? Can you come meet me? Whoa. Hold up. What's with all the questions? Everything okay? I'm at the diner and there was someone here. Some intruder. They just ran out. But please, can you please come by here? Cool down, Mary. Reel it back a bit. I'll come, okay? Don't panic. Okay. I'll try not to. It felt like an eternity passed before Crowan got there. I couldn't really read the expression on his face. He looked kind of concerned, but also kind of annoyed in a way too. But did I bother him somehow? Still, he calmed down pretty quick. So we looked around the house together, trying to make sure whoever was here didn't leave anything behind. And they didn't. Except, well, when we investigated my room, I noticed one of my plushies disappeared. It was one of my favorite, and I always kept it right on the shelf next to my bed, so it couldn't have gotten lost so easy. Did they take it? That thought put my stomach in knots. To think, they must have been in here while I was dozing off in the other room. Oh god. I don't. Yep. After we searched every room, we headed back downstairs. Crowan gave me a kind of sad look. Aw. Are you really okay, Mars? I am now. Thanks for coming, Mars. Are you sure you weren't just imagining things? It was probably just an animal that got in. I don't know. That's a big animal. I know shit's been kind of rough lately. And I know I haven't been helping in that, so... Look, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if... What? No. Crowan, I definitely saw a person in here. I swear. Well, in that case, maybe it was just a squatter. Crowan, I really don't think so. This place was locked before. They couldn't have gotten in until I unlocked it. What if they followed me here? You can't know that for sure, though, right? I guess not. Look, you caught me at a bad time. And I really can't do a lot to help you right now, anyways. Let's just get out of here. And try to forget it, okay? Forget it? Is there anything we can really do at this point? You already called me just because you didn't want to phone the police, right? Look, I'm sorry someone got in. But what do you want me to do about it? I'm just one guy, Mars. I can't track them down for you. Let's just leave this place alone for now. I guess. That's fair. We left. I locked the place back up, but something seemed off about Crowan today. He usually wasn't like this. Crowan was always so hot-headed and defensive, especially towards me lately. But now that I'm actually asking him for his help, he just doesn't seem to care. I went home disappointed that night. I could barely eat or brush my teeth properly. I almost went straight to bed. But no, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. Even if I wanted to. Hello again. Good evening. Was that you in the diner tonight? In my diner? What do you mean? Earlier today, I was in my diner or house, I guess. There was a stranger. I couldn't see their face. And they ran out as soon as they realized I was behind them. Was that you? No. I don't know why I bother asking. I doubt you give me the truth either way. Sometimes lying will be necessary, but I'm telling the truth now, if you say so. I'm not really sure what else to say. That's okay. I prefer when you don't ask questions. Why's that? You know what they say. Curiosity kills the cat. Good night, Mary. So much for getting a good night's sleep. Mary, are you still sleeping? Mary? No, I don't want to get up yet. Let me sleep. I had a long night last night. A long night? You went to bed at 8:30. I didn't sleep well. Well, your mother's making pancakes if you want any. Do they have chocolate chips? Of course, it's Sunday. Okay, I'll be down soon. I quickly got out of bed and got dressed, yawning as I descended down the stairs. Even from the top stairs, I could already smell the chocolate. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat all of them. Dad! Oh, you know, I'm just teasing you. Besides, your mom would kill me if I did. I got downstairs and sat at the counter beside my dad. There was a plate waiting for me, and my mother was behind the counter drinking her morning coffee like usual. Thank you for breakfast, Mom. Of course, my dear. So, do you have any plans today? Oh, no, not really. Is Corbin too busy? I don't know, probably. Well, we can always do something if you want. We can. Of course we can. Didn't you want to see that new movie? The horror one with the janitor? Why don't we go tonight? Are you sure? Aren't you busy? You know, I'm never too busy for my little girl. That sounds really fun. But what about Mom? Are you really worrying about me? I'll be fine, sweetheart. Go out with your dad. We can even call up Crow and see if he wants to come too. I've been really looking forward to this movie. I'm so excited now. This morning's been quite the pleasant surprise, but something feels off. Like I'm forgetting something. No. Something is weird here. But what? It's Mom, right? Mom's fine? Mom's always, wait. Mom can't talk. Mom is mute. Mom's never been able to talk her whole life. I had to learn sign language as a kid to be able to communicate with her. She's never whose voice even was that? Yeah. That was talking to me. My mom doesn't have a voice. What's going on? Mary, you okay, huh? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm fine. Are you sure, dear? I can make you some tea to help you calm down if you're feeling anxious. No, I'm okay. I think I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and vomit all the pancakes. I hopped out of my seat and rushed my way over to the ground floor bathroom. That wasn't my mom. Was that even my dad? I was hoping that once in the bathroom I could rinse my face off and make sense of things. But Mom? Mom, what are you doing in here? Weren't you just outside? Mom? Mom? Mom, are you okay? Oh, did we wake up? What's the matter, Mary? I thought you liked ghosts. There was a funeral today. I'm happy. Is that bad? I had been planning it for... I had been planning for it. I overheard them talking about it in the cemetery when planning a spot for her. Is that bad? I really enjoy funerals. I always have. Even when I like to see everyone gather around for the lost loved ones. They're all so sad. They bring flowers and sometimes even little parting gifts. That's so nice, don't you think? If their spirits could talk, I bet they say they appreciate it. Would a ghost attend their own funeral? I would. Well, in any case, I'm excited for the one today. And I'm excited to see what they're like. Hopping off the bus that morning, I was glad to see I wasn't too late. It's a good thing I always wear black. No one even seems to turn their head to me as I came near. It started to rain. They never said anything about rain today, but I thought it might when I saw the clouds out this morning. So I came prepared and brought my umbrella. Heck yeah. It was then when I noticed a little old lady with no umbrella, and no one was even bothering to help keep her dry. So I covered her with mine. Oh, it's an umbrella. You scared me for a second. Thank you, dear. Of course. Pardon me, if this sounds rude, but were you one of her friends? Gotta be true, right? Well, it was my Darlene Minspella. She passed just last week. My condolences. Forgive me if this sounds rude, but what is your relationship to her? Me? Yes. The mom. I never met you before, have I? That's okay. Lots of people haven't. I'm very sorry for your loss. How are you feeling? Feeling? It's impossible for me to feel anything but heartbroken. I truly don't believe I'll ever recover from this. No, don't say that. She wouldn't want you to think like that, right? Yes, I suppose you're right. Was it the butcher? Oh, you don't have to. I'm sorry if that was intrusive. She was sick, you see. Okay. For a very long time. Good. I mean, not good, but, it wasn't the butcher. She was in the hospital for a while. We always thought she was going to get better. It always seemed that way, at least. In the end, well, things didn't go as well as we thought they would. I see. I'm very sorry that happened. It's alright. We tried our best. Do you think she's scared? She's all alone now. Where's she going to go to? And who will tell her how to get there? The way she is right now. Is she happy? Even if she's not? Sure. After all, look how many people came to say goodbye. They all left her such nice gifts and pretty flowers. So she knows they're thinking of her. I think it's impossible not to feel happy, seeing how many people care about you until the very end. Wherever her spirit may be, I'm sure she's happy, especially knowing how many people came to wish her a warm send-off. You really think that she's happy? I do. Well then, I like to believe it too. I'm sure she would want that as well. I'm sorry if I upset you by talking about her so much, miss. It's a funeral after all. I should behave more respectfully. No, it's quite alright. Talking about it has actually helped a bit. I feel a bit better hearing your thoughts. Is that so? I'm glad then. Yes, thank you. Why, I'm so sorry. I didn't even catch your name. It's alright. My name is Mary. Mary. Ah, hold on a moment. Do you mean to say you're Cemetery Mary? I see my reputation precedes me. Yes, that's me. I see. Thank you, Mary. If Bella was here, I'm sure she would want to thank you too. She is here, but dead. Hearing it from you means enough already. Thank you as well. It was a lovely funeral. The coffin was lowered, and soon enough the rain stopped. I watched everyone say their goodbyes to her and to each other, and then steadily they left. Soon it was just me and the lady. I'd have felt bad if I overstayed my welcome. I didn't want to outlast her at her own daughter's funeral, so I quickly said my goodbyes and left. But to my surprise, someone was there waiting for me on the sidewalk. It's Carwin! Hey Mars, you good? Yeah, I'm good. What are you doing out here? I don't know. I remember you talking about some sort of funeral happening today. Figured I'd stop by and ask if you wanted to hang out after. But I guess no, it's after. So you want to hang out? Oh, alright. What's that look for? Oh, nothing. It's nothing. It's just, well, I don't know. You've kind of been in a bad mood lately. It's kind of sudden that you want to hang out right now. Is there any reason for that? Nah, nothing special. It's not like I have other plans today or anything. No one's been responding to my texts, so... Oh, I see. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. So we hanging? Or no? Oh, yeah. Just, you're not, gonna get snappy with me, are you? No promises. Calvin? I'm kidding. I won't. Come on, let's go. Where are we going? Follow him down the sidewalk as we head somewhere. Suddenly he wants to spend time with me again. Even though other times it's like he can't wait to get as far away from me as possible. Still though, I would appreciate the time he wanted to spend with me when he did. We kept walking together. I kind of just let him lead and followed him wherever it was he was going. I didn't even think to ask until we'd been walking a block or two already. Oh, hey, where are we going actually? Or are we just wandering? Oh no. I figured we'd go to the arcade together. Ever since I was there the other day, I've been itching to go back. And it's not like I can play the fighting games alone. I mean, I can, but it's not as fun. The arcade? I felt so excited. I couldn't remember the last time I went to the arcade. Oh, any arcade for that matter. I wonder if it still looked the same as it did in my head. I wonder if they still had the crane machine. Well, those questions would be answered shortly enough. The automatic doors of the familiar brick building began to open. The bright light from outside leaked into the dark interior of the building. The arcade. Oh, it was just how I remembered it. Exactly clean, except cleaner, and with a new carpet. And I was taller now. Oh goodness, I haven't been to the arcade in so long. Really? My friends and I are here all the time. Honestly, it's kind of a wonder we haven't been kicked out by now. Don't tell anyone, but I cheated at skee-ball last time I was there. Maybe we can do that today and rack in some tickets. Then we can finally get that lava lamp from the prize bid. But only if they still have it in blue. Nice. This is so exciting. What should we play first? I don't know, why don't we look around and see? We thought to play some games. We tried to look for ones we could play together since we were both here. It was a bit of a challenge finding one that was free though. I guess everyone else had the same idea we did to come here today. Say, last time you were here, that's when you met that person, right? Yes, her name, I think. Yeah, what about them? Well, how are they? You haven't talked about them since Planet Dollar. I noticed Corwin's face got a little red. Oh, you're still seeing them. None of your business, Corwin said as he avoided eye contact with me, although it was a bit snappy. I could tell he didn't mean it maliciously. Eventually, a fighting game opened up just like he was hoping for, so we made our way over to begin playing. I'm not all that good at fighting games, or video games in general, but I have fun playing them regardless. As we select our characters, Corwin said he wouldn't go easy on me, so I had to make sure I gave it my all. Alright, here we go. I think so, maybe. Well, you better be. What should I do? Kick, punch, kick, block, kick. Not bad, but I'm better. Block. Are you sure you haven't been here in a while? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you're lying to me. Let my guard down. It's a charge ball? Well, I actually won this time. Not bad. Now, you're sure you don't come here on your own or something? Never, I swear. I'm just messing with you, Mars. Nice shot. Carmen played a few more games after that. Some more fighting ones, 1 or 2 racing ones, all the kind of games you can play with 2-player. Those kind of games don't really give out tickets though, so it looked as if we weren't getting that lava lamp today. Playing all those games was really fun, but I could see how it was starting to get too Carwin out. We were about to leave when I spotted it. I tugged on his sleeve, to which he turned and looked at it. He groaned. Really, the crane machine? You know they're just scams for your money, right? The toys in there are so cheap anyway, and don't have it enough. Alright, fine, I'll try it. Just keep in mind that I'm rusty, okay? Come on, you can do it. He reached into his pocket for his wallet as I pressed my face to the glass in excitement. If there was one problem I definitely have, aside from all the others, is plushies. I always collect them, even though they usually just sit all pretty in my room. There's just something about how soft and comfortable they are. Back when we were kids, Carmen and I would come to this arcade whenever he was in town. I always tried to win things from the crane game, but I could never do. Dad would always try to, but he was like me and could never quite get it right. But Crowan seemed to have a gift when it came to this stuff. It wasn't at all the time, but more often than not, he was able to win things. And he always gave them to me. Most of the time, anyways. Alright, here we go. I heard him say as the claw lowered into the pit of toys and stuffed animals. I couldn't quite see what it was grabbing, but it got something. What is it? When it raised itself up, it was a box. One of the mysterious box holding a mysterious prize inside. I've never seen Corbin win one of those before. I don't think I've ever seen anyone win one of those before. The block set down in the prize thing. Took it out. Dug into the tightly sealed tape with my fingernail and grabbed the flap of the cardboard as I took the prize out. It was a book. Despite having just come out of the machine, the book itself seemed a little old and worn. The cover read, How to Talk to Ghosts. See, Mary, I told you all these machines are scams. Who wants to win a book? What do you mean? It's perfect. I love it. Thank you for letting me have it. It's nothing. I mean, as long as you're happy with it, I guess it's fine. Corbin and I left the arcade, but I had quite the pep in my step, I'm sure, as I was happy with my new prize and to be spending time with him again. It was actually a bit late in the day by the time we got out, so we grabbed something quick to bring back home for dinner. It was nice to be riding the bus with him this time. It made the ride and walk back home so much better, I guess, and less scary because it clicked too fast. After retiring to our rooms that night, I put the book on the bedside table to remember to read it later. I got all ready for bed and then pulled my phone out knowing I wouldn't be able to rest until that was taken care of. Hey, you still there? Hello? I'm here. What can I help you with? I mean, I think you already know the answer to that. Right. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you in that regards. Oh, they are still alright. They are. Yeah, I never hear from them. Why is that? It's safer that way. I promise you. Why do you even message me in the first place? I thought it would help you feel better. But if you truly want me to stop, I can do that. No, don't. Then I won't stop replying to you. But for now, I'll have to. Good night, Mary. I woke up the next morning pretty early. Earlier than usual. But I didn't feel tired. In fact, I actually felt pretty good. Yesterday was just a bit better of a day than usual, and I'm glad it happened. I tried to be quiet as I walked past Corbin's door that morning. I saw that he left it open, a crack, so I peeked inside. He was still sleeping drooling on his pillow and his arm hanging off the side. He looked absolutely silly. But it was nice to see him getting some rest for once, instead of racing to get out of the house before dawn. Seeing as he was still home, I thought it might be nice if I made breakfast for the two of us. I went downstairs and into the kitchen and started preparing some stuff with what we had. A while later, I heard him coming down the stairs from the thumps of his steps, but he still alerted me by asking, "Hey, are you cooking something down there?" "Come into the kitchen. I just finished making pancakes." "What kind?" "What other kind? Chocolate chip, duh." And you're right. It was foolish of me to ask. Carvin took his usual chair in the kitchen as I set out plates for us. You want milk or water? Milk, of course. What kind of stupid asshole do you take me for? Carvin seemed preoccupied with his phone, but I was in too nice of a mood to care about that. I gave us both milk glasses and put some chocolate syrup on the table just in case. In case you know. You can never have too much. Carmen, are you doing anything today? Huh? Why? I just had a lot of fun yesterday. I don't know. I thought maybe we could do something again today. If you wanted to. Oh, you want to? I hadn't been planning on it. Oh, I mean, it's okay if you're busy, you know. Well, I mean, there's some things I have to take care of first. But will you be free later today? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't really hang out with anyone besides you anyways. Alright, good. 'Cause the gang and I were thinking of heading to the club tonight. The gang? You know, me and my buds. Oh, I've heard you talk about them, but I've never met them before. See, perfect then. You can come to the club with us. Meet them. We can let loose over a few drinks. See, good? I don't drink, but I didn't terribly mind going to a club with him. I had never really been to a club before, and even though I'm sure I'm not really the kind of crowd they expect to see there, I was always curious to see what it was like, so I look forward to it. I tried to keep myself busy throughout the day. I cleaned the cabin a bit, as it had been getting a bit out of shape, and tried to start a grocery list since I was sure we have to go on a run soon. Despite how I thought I might feel, I was excited, actually. I never met these friends of Carwin, but I know that he knew them for a while, at least since he's been living closer to Blackwood. Maybe even earlier. There's been times when Carwin would rush out of the house during dinner just to go meet them. At least I always assumed it was them. He always hangs out with them as far as I know, despite how much time he seems to spend with them. I've never met them, or have ever seen what they look like before. I've always heard good things about them from him, though. So, at the very least, I trust that they're nice people. I hope they like me. I keep up with Carwin throughout the day. I had to ride the bus into town without him this time, but that was okay. The hard part was following his directions. This club seemed like an awful lot of work to get into, but I was eventually able to find it after I realized it was sunken into the sidewalk. There was a staircase leading down to the entryway, and I heard him yell. Oh, there she is. As I cascaded down them and finally met the people I've heard so much about. Interesting. Here she is. Gal of the Eller. Hello. I was all I could mutter out. They appeared more rough than I expected. I mean, once I knew that was the kind of look the crowd Carwin liked to hang out around, but maybe I wasn't as ready to meet them as I thought. Alright, check them out. Fellas, this is Mary. Mary, these are the fellas. My dude over here is Theodore. My other gal over here is Zapper. Yo. Oh, she's kind of cute, Carwin. In a scary kind of way. Yeah. Creepy cute, as they say. I like her eyes. They're just screaming like, hey, looky, I got a demon inside of me. I like her horns too. She really sells the look. Corbin's friends. I wasn't sure how to feel about their compliments, or how they were looking at me. It felt as if they were eyeing me down, and they stood off mostly to Corbin's other side. I wish they'd stop looking at me like that. I wasn't really sure what to say. Alright. What are we waiting for then? Let's get in there. I peered around Corbin and his pals. There was a bouncer in front of the door. He seemed like a giant compared to us. I could also see that he was kind of glaring at us. I whispered over to Corbin. Is that guy gonna let us in? Huh? Oh, no, definitely not. It's cool, though. I'm gonna be a distraction. Then you guys run in. I'll find my own way. Huh? We've done this plenty of times before, so don't worry about it. I promise it's gonna be okay. You know, I trust him. I mean, you seem to know your way around this better than I do. That a girl. It's easy. You don't even have to do anything, except go with the flow. I watched this couple walk right up to the bouncer and promptly kicked his, oh dear. Corbin then zipped right past us, the bouncer charging down his path, missing the rest of us by a hair. Before I could even call out to him, I felt a tug on my arm as Theodore and Zappa pulled me into the door. Come on, dumbass. That's our opening. And I was brought inside without any more protest. I forgot how loud clubs are supposed to be. I mean, I've never been in one before. And I had expected them to be loud, of course, but I didn't like the way the music felt as it pumped through my ears. Maybe my bones shake. It was pretty dark. There were also plenty of colorful strobing lights about. There was a large dance floor and a DJ booth and a bar off to the side, and plenty of people were up and dancing. We had only been in a few minutes, but I could already feel how humid the atmosphere was. And there was no doubt it was only started feeling more apparent as the night went on. I looked around us. Corbin wasn't anywhere, and I was stuck here with his friends. They were talking to each other, but I couldn't hear any of what they were saying over the booming music. They seemed to hear each other just fine, though. Eventually, they started walking somewhere. I trailed close behind them, not wanting to lose them in the crowd of people. They sat down at a table, and I awkwardly squeezed next to them. To my surprise, Theodore took out a cigarette and a lighter. I wasn't sure if he was allowed to smoke in here, but I felt too intimidated to question it, especially to someone I didn't know. I was also starting to worry about Corbin. He still wasn't here yet. I considered taking out my phone and calling him just to be safe, but before I knew it, he was heading to our table. He even had a drink in his hand. I was astounded as he sat down next to us as if nothing happened. Geez, can you believe these assholes? Oh, I can believe it, especially when it comes to you. Ah, shut up. I don't understand why it's always gotta be like this. I'm giving them money after all. Shouldn't that be enough for them? How'd you get back in here anyways? No, don't worry about it, Mars. I got it all under control. He says that. I say it 'cause it's true, you fucking dick. So, what were we talking about over here? Nothing. We were just waiting for you to show up. Aw, waiting on little old me. That's so sweet. So sweet. I could puke. Oh, again? Shut the fuck up, dickwad. Corbin and his friends laughed among each other. Anyone could see how close they were with just a quick glance at them. They seemed to make him happy. Happier than I'd seen him for a while. I liked seeing Carwin interact with them and seeing how well they got along. But that just made me feel like even more of an outsider sitting among them. So, Mary, was it? Tito took a long drag of a cigarette and then blew it right in my face like an asshole. I tried to keep a polite demeanor as he did so. What do you do? Huh? I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's an easy question, ain't it? What do you do? What do I do? What is your job, sweetheart? Oh, I used to be a waitress. But it only lasts a little while. Not the best when it comes to people, I guess. Luckily, I've been able to stay with Carwin while I try and sort out things. He's been very generous, letting me stay. Oh, Carwin's letting you have it easy, huh? You mooch off him, then? You're playing things smarter. What's he bought for you, huh? If it's a jacuzzi, can I try it? Hey, knock it off. Oh no, it's not like that. Unless it is. Does Carwin think I'm mooching off of him? Huh. You would say that, huh? I'm not following. Don't worry about it. Zap's just a freaking idiot. Yeah, says you. Point proven. Anyway, so Mary, where'd you get those eyes? My parents gave them to me? Oh, geez, must have been a disappointing present. If my mama gave me eyes like a dead fish, I'd have been bawling. I hope they kept the receipt. She's just joshing you. Don't take it so seriously. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun. I think Mary is too nice of a name for her, though. Nice? Nice like soft. It's too soft. Like a pansy. If she's going to be hanging with us, she needs a cooler name. Should we call her Mars too, then? Buzz off. Only I'm allowed to call her that. Oh, I know. We can call her Scary Mary. Scary Mary? Well, hold on now. It's pretty fitting, I think. You think I'm scary? Oh, definitely. Like, I'm scared when I go to sleep tonight, you'll be standing at the foot of my mattress. And you'll say something like, only a week remains. I mean, I guess I kind of see that. You can? She ever do that to you, Carwin? Nah, I'm just joking. Mary's too soft. She's like a marshmallow. Well, you know what we do with marshmallows, right? I felt weird. Everything just felt like too much. Like there wasn't enough room for everything that was happening. The lights, the music, the people, Carwin's friends. It was all a bit too much for me. I need to... Excuse me, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Oh, that's it. She's like Bloody Mary, sneaking into the bathroom to take her next victim through the mirror. Be easy on them, won't you? The lights in the bathroom aren't that good, and you'll scare the shit out of someone looking like that. Oh man, she's mean. I got up from the table and squid my way through the crowd looking for the ladies' room. I'd begun to regret coming here, even if it weren't for the way his friends were talking. I wasn't a fan of the atmosphere. It was also loud and also bright. I never liked this kind of stuff. Why did I come again? I went into the bathroom, and only there did I realize how sweaty I was. It felt gross. I went over to one of the sinks and rinsed my hands and face with some cold water. Carwin never told me his friends were like that. when he used to describe them to me. They always seemed so much nicer, though, his words. Although I should have expected any different. I always knew these were the kind of people Carvin liked to hang out with. I don't know why. Carvin's such a nice person. Even if he hasn't been the nicest lately. Still, he's been a bit moody. He doesn't mean it. Just because he's been cranky lately doesn't mean he means to hurt my feelings. I know that he doesn't try to. But these people, I just met them, and yet the way they talked to me, Carmen didn't even seem to mind it that much. Maybe I was the problem then. Or I probably shouldn't have taken things so seriously. Before I could have my thoughts to myself much longer, though. Someone opened one of the stalls behind me. I hadn't even noticed someone was in there. It was a good thing I wasn't thinking out loud. She approached the sink and washed her hands, and I realized it was... Oh, hey. Didn't expect to see you here. Doesn't really seem like your type of event. No offense. I could say the same about you. What are you doing here? I come here a lot, actually. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you. Well, it's not a lot. I just met up with some friends here every once in a while. It's where they like to be. How about you? Yeah, he's not gonna like it when he finds out. I don't know how to tell Twyla feels about him, so it might not be the best time to bring him up. I was just invited by a friend. I had never been to one of these places, so I thought it would be nice. But it's really loud out there. My friend brought some other friends, and they're what? I don't know. Obnoxious, maybe? I don't know. That feels mean to say. They feel kind of mean to me. Mean how? I don't know. Like comparing me to Bloody Mary and stuff. Gross. That sucks. That's why I'm in here, actually. I don't really think I want to go back out there. I can do you a favor, if you like. Oh, my friend and I, we actually sit in the VIP area. It's a lot more chill over there, for lack of a better word. Wait, you're actually inviting me? We haven't even known each other that long. And VIP rooms are expensive too, aren't they? It's fine. We're gonna be working together, right? So we should help each other. Besides, I have a feeling you're not really going to come back to this place after tonight. So I don't think anyone will be bothered by you just being here one time. What should I do? Twilight does sound appealing. Yeah, but he's kind of like... Yeah, you can. He's with his friends. Well, if he starts worrying about you, then it's hard. And, yeah, no, you can hang out with them. Yeah, our relationship is starting to get better. I don't want him to get mad at me again. What should I do? Well, you're not happy. No, take her up on it. That sounds really nice. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, no, we're going to... I left the bathroom with her. It almost seemed as if there were more people now than when I had entered. I suppose it was completely possible, but it made me feel claustrophobic as I excited the muffled comfort of the bathroom. Snapped me out of it, though. She gestured for me to follow her, and so did I. We squeezed past people until we made it to a pair of big double doors. There was a tall man standing before these doors, too. And there was even a red velvet rope, like the kind you see at movies. I never thought I'd see one in real life. How expensive was this room? Bond synced while the man reached over and unhooked the rope and opened the door, allowing us entry. I followed her inside. As the door closed behind us, I instantly felt more at ease. She was right. It was a lot more chill in here. For starters, it was much more well lit. No flashing lights, just pretty counters that radiated warm, whatever the word is, area. The music in here was also a lot calmer. Didn't quite make my ears ring like the music outside did. I could still feel the muffled thumps of the outside music, but it didn't bother me nearly as much now. They had their own music playing. It wasn't completely my style, but still. Plenty of preferable as to what was out there. I continued to follow Twilight as she walked over to one of the tables. There were a few tables in here, some more crowded than others, but there was still a fairly small amount of people in here. The table she approached already had someone sitting in it, but she appeared to know her as we made our way over and sat down beside her. Oh wow. Twilight, you're back! You even made a new friend while you were outside. That's so neat. You got like the magic touch, Twi. Ignore her, Mary. She's a bit drunk. Oh my gosh, I'm not. I'm just like so happy to be making even more friends. When I was a kid, my parents were worried I wouldn't make any friends. They should have just taken me to the clubs. It's so easy to make friends here. Right? Anyways, Mary, can I offer you anything? Drinks on me, so... Oh, drinks are always on Twi. So, like, order whatever you want and run her dry. We also have other things besides drinks if you prefer. Oh, thank you. But no thank you, I'm good. Besides, someone has to make sure everyone gets home safely tonight. Haha, smart girl. Don't start any messes. It's a bit too late for some people at this table. Oh, you're talking about me. She's so silly. Anyways, have you any updates on our little situation we were taking up? Oh, it's alright to talk about it around? Oh, yes, it's fine. Trust me, she's not gonna remember any of it. What? Not true. I've got, like, elephant memory. Oh, yeah. Twilight pointed to me from across the table. What's her name, then? I said it a few times already. Hint. Right? Tyler turned back to face me. As we were saying, anything on your end? Well, no, I'm sorry. I've had any time to look. It's fine. I don't have much either. We just started, so I'm not going to hold it against you that harshly. We should start buckling down on it, though. But I think it's okay if we take a break tonight. Yeah. So, tell me about your friend you came with. Oh, why? I'm just trying to make a conversation, that's all. And, like we said, this isn't really your thing. I find it odd someone like you is friends with someone who generally seems to enjoy this place. Oh, well, I knew him my whole life, pretty much, so there's that. Oh, one of those kind of friends. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He's like one of my closest friends. But I guess our personalities just headed in different directions as we got older. How so? I don't know. Like, I mean, we're not too different. We both wear a lot of black, haha. And we're both into like similar things. But he's very out there and high energy and obnoxious. And his friends are that way too, you said. Yeah, I just met them tonight. I thought it could be fun, but I don't know. It hasn't been feeling very fun. I'm kind of wishing I met them somewhere else, maybe. I don't think clubs are the best place to meet people. What? What are you talking about? I think it's great. It's fine, Mary. After all, you can't expect everyone to like you. What'd they say? Huh? Oh, they called me scary looking. But it's not like I haven't heard it before, so. Right, well, like I said, it's fine. I brought you here after all, so don't have to sit with them anymore. Hee aw, Twilight, that was so nice. Nah, she's just lucky. Lucky? And so are you, so don't get things confused. Aw, I changed my mind then. Twilight is mean. Hee. I sat with them for a while. We didn't talk about all that much. Well, Twilight and I didn't, at least. The drunk girl went on and on about a bunch of stories of hers. I never learned her name or how she knew her, but she was very nice and seemed to be having fun. I know she was drunk, but still, she was nice. And speaking of people who were drunk, I started getting some texts from Carter, who seemed pretty drunk by the way he was typing. Where'd you go? You've been gone for a while. You're not communicate or anything, right? If somebody's giving you a hard time, you know who to call. Don't even worry. I'll beat them up for you if you need me to. I gotta go. Thank you for letting me stay with you guys, but I think I'm gonna get going. Oh, why is that? My friend messaged me, and I think he's a bit too drunk right now. Reminds me of someone. Oh, who? I'm gonna go, but thank you again. Really, thank you. I appreciate it. Good night, Mary. Oh, she's leaving. That's so sad. Goodbye! I left out the double doors and tried to remember my way to our table. It was a bit hard to see with all the crazy lights and people, but I did make it back. When I got there, he was slumped over the table, hiccuping and muttering things to himself. He never used to be this bad when it came to drinking. I picked him up off the table and told his friends I gotta get him home. They didn't protest in the slightest. I wished them a good night and slumped Cloven over my shoulders and headed to the exit. I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to get Cohen out without the bouncer noticing, but to my surprise, when I opened the doors, no one was out there. I was confused, but I also wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. I hurried along as fast as I could, with the crow on top of me and all. We then waited together at the bus stop for the next bus to come, so that we could get home. It was hard for me to tell if Carmen had passed out or not while we were waiting, but he got up when the bus arrived. I still carried him, though, just in case he tripped over himself. We got on the bus together. The bus ride was long and tiring. Carmen leaning over me, his breath reeking over priced alcohol. It was even harder getting off the bus. I still carried him because I knew he needed me. Mary! Yes? Are you okay? Mary? He hiccuped. I never liked seeing him like this, but at least I knew that when he was with me, he was safe. Yes, Carmen? I love you. I love you too. And I really do. I always loved you, Carmen. He was like family, and the first friend I had ever made. The only friend I had ever made. Hearing him say he loved me was something he seldom did as the years passed. So hearing him say it right now, well, I wish I could say it made me feel very happy. It did make me feel a little happy, but I wish it was something I could hear him say when he was sober, too. I carried Cohen back up to his room and laid him on top of his bed. I think he passed out the minute his head hit the pillow. I kissed his forehead goodnight and headed to my own room. I wish I could have slept as easy as he did, but I had more to take care of first. Are you there? I have a question for you. Yes? What do you do all day? I can't answer that. Why not? You definitely don't just sit at the phone all day. Well, of course I don't. Then what do you do? I can't tell you. Is it because it's bad? That depends on what you classify as being bad. Well, I mean, just bad stuff. What does that consist of? Just because something is illegal doesn't always mean it's bad. And just because something is a law doesn't mean it's good. You have a point. In that case, are you worried I did something illegal, or are you worried that I did something bad? You still haven't answered me though. What is it that you do? I look out for you. Good night, Mary. It's been a few days since that night when Carmen got up the morning after he had a humongous hangover. He was stuck home with me because, well, there was no way I was letting him out when he seemed so sick. Okay. We're gonna save right there. Yes. Okay. So, we made it pretty far so far. Quick autosave anyways. Haven't figured anything out yet, really. But we will. We'll have certain characters interact and stuff. But I'm gonna leave this video right here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. And hopefully we figure out this mystery in the next one. Goodbye, you guys.